Apparently, you heard the news. Huawei got banned by US government. Huawei hit by Google and other Android application. So in this video, we'll be all talking about the current situation of Huawei ban. So this is everything you need to know so far about Huawei at one place. Let's get started. Huawei. If you don't know about Huawei, Huawei is a China-based company. It's a big tech company, massive big. It is the second biggest company behind Samsung and above Apple. Last year it was the highest tech company to earn profit from the market. It has led Samsung and Apple in profit sharing in last year. It produced smartphone, computer and digital product. So Huawei is a huge techno-based Chinese company. So now the big news is US government has signed an executive order adding Huawei in the blacklist product. So Huawei will not be able to do any sort of business transaction in US and US related company. So you might have heard from several months that US and China were having some trade war. Donald Trump has threatened a US company several times. US government has several times accused China for spying their information and data and providing information to the Chinese government. So this was a long concern, and recently they have blacklisted Huawei from doing transaction with any of the US companies. So the big headline from here come out that Google cancelled all the license agreement with Huawei to do business transaction. Huawei was using Android application from Google, so this was the heading: Google banned Huawei for using its Android application. So Google ban is one of the most hard situation for Huawei right now at this time, because Huawei was number one, the most rising manufacturer of smartphone since last couple of years, and the fastest growing company right now in the planet. So this is the big question: what will be this impact for past, present and future Huawei product user? So now all the Huawei user, not only in US, outside US, they are affected by this policy. No matter wherever you are, you will not be able to use the Google Play Store. So this is the major defect for Huawei. So you will not be able to update any software. You will not be able to download any. Will not be able to use various US application like you will not be able to go for Facebook. You will not be able to download YouTube. You will not be able to download a lot of giant social media. So it will be a big problem for Huawei, because everybody use smartphone for using social media. So but there is some good news from Google. They have sent 90 days exemption order, so that all the Huawei user till this 90 days will be able to go to the Play Store and update their software and download the application. I am hopeful that within this 90 days there comes some solution between this giant technology company and US. Yesterday also we heard the press conference of the CEO saying that they are at least hopeful for this 90 days to some sort of solution, because the US companies that are supporting that are providing some parts and services to this company Huawei are negotiating, are talking with the US government. So they will bring some sort of solution, they are saying. So Huawei CEO is hopeful. And also the more good news is that they have stored some sort of parts for a couple of months. And more, I do just believe that this is not just war between a tech company or something like that, but this is the war basically US and Chinese government are fighting since long period. And also more, US election is coming close, and Donald Trump is fighting for his succession for the next year. So this is the big issue that Donald Trump is issuing and giving threat to Chinese company and trying to increase tariff in the Chinese goods, and Huawei is just an starting point. So this is like being short of problem for two giant countries, economically rising countries between US and China. So next thing is worry if the US brings such things, and China is also looking for a counter action against US and looking something to ban the US company. So there will be more disaster in coming days if this solution will not be solved. So I think it's type of negotiation thing which Donald Trump is putting on the table of Chinese to make some benefit for his election and for the US. So basically, it's two countries tackling for their benefit. And more last tweet from Donald Trump also said that he is hopeful for these issues to be solved in coming G20 meeting. So I think China will be able to sort some sort of middle point, some sort of solution between this problem, because this is not just for Hawaii, because US is putting massive tariff of 25% to lots of Chinese goods they are importing in USA. So it's a big issue. So also it's not only a company issue, it's a geopolitical tension all around the world, because if these issues is not resolved or not solved, then it might bring a big tariff economic war in this world, and who knows, the next big recession come from this situation. Huawei is trying to build its own application center like Google Play Store. But the problem is, will that be so much familiar like Google Play Store? Because so it's a super massive challenge to build their own app store. I don't know how success will be Huawei to build its own app store that will be familiar to the public. Last year in 2018, Huawei almost spent $80 billion on the import of various parts of the smartphone, and out of it like $20 billion was from the US company. So it's a big loss for a US company. Also recently you have seen that China has started boycotting Apple company. You know, Apple sells most from the China market. They have the big market in China. The most value of money they share in the market comes from China. So that's a big loss. The new social trend has come in China that they are boycotting the US company, US product, and the Apple is hitting most. So that's not a good step for US company also. And more is, this is just a geopolitical war between the most two big giant country, USA and China. Of course, US want to put China on pressure, and since long period of years, US has been blaming China for manipulating economy, manipulating their currency to get benefit the Chinese economy. So so this is just a big escalation. So by this action, by this US ban, this tech giant company will definitely suffer a big loss in coming future, in coming year. That will be seen very soon, because in 2018 this was the biggest giant company who were almost making profit better than Samsung and Apple. So might be this will be a big loss. Might be some scenario Samsung might benefit from this, because both are the Android applicant. Apple will also suffer loss because Chinese and other Chinese sentiment people will be boycotting Apple. So don't worry, Huawei is the very big giant company, very giant tech company. They will come up with some solution to resolve all this conflict, because they are coming with their new products like folding phones and like 5G technology. So they will be definitely working hard, because they have the massive level of investment in the entire world. So they will come with some sort of solution. I don't think this will be the big worry, but if this will hurt and can't be solved, then this might turn to be the worst situation in the global history. Hope I tried to explain all the scenario regarding Huawei ban and the surrounding things going right now. So that's all for today. Subscribe our channel. See you on next video. Thank you. Bye. Ciao. So before wrapping, just let you know that please do hit the subscribe button